The reason why we are asking you to help us raise the money for this production, which would be pretty much an adaptation of The Bear by Checkov, meaning that we will use the written text of the play, but also due to the personal experiences of the actors, we are adding imaginary circumstances. We are adding our dreams, the dreams of the actors, our needs, our moments of joy, our moments of pain. My name is Mihaela. I'm originally from Romania. I'm gonna show you a little bit of my life, since this project is pretty much about my life for the last 2 years since the project I'm working on started. I can use this moment for, oh, that's good. That's one of the moments I can use for the character. That's good. At least I found out something today, so it's good. Okay. Do I look in the camera or no?
Sure, yeah.
I do?
Mm-hmm. First of all, could you just tell me a little bit about the project?
Oh, it's you don't know anything about it, so yeah, you're right. Okay. It's an adaptation on one of Anton Chekhov's one-act plays called The Bear. Because of all the imaginary circumstances that created themselves out of the actor's personal involvement in the work, the play seems to have become longer than the one act that's written.
Okay.
So this is my beautiful house. This is the new mirror that we have. I love this table because it means that we are supposed to be a lot of people celebrating life all the time, and now we look so empty. So it's kind of sad, but when the project began to take shape at the Actor Studio, was very much not based on an idea that I had, but it was very much based on the actors' work, which means that their own personal lives started to merge with the lives of the characters. And I saw that happening because of the involvement and because of the passion that the actors whom I was working with had for their lives, for their art. There's so much more to this play, and there's so much more to this woman, meaning the character who lost her husband after so many years of being with him and not knowing how to be by herself. And she is, for the first time, allowed to be free and to do whatever she wants and to be whoever she wants, and she's so afraid of doing that. Scoate capul pe fereastră, să văd chip frumos, drag și luminos. My grandfather in Romania had passed away, and I wasn't able to be there for his funeral because everything happened really fast. The similarities between what I was going through with the loss of my grandfather and the character's loss of her husband in the play is very similar.
And why do you think turning this project into a film, why do you think that would be important?
Living in Romania under the communism for so many years, everything was kind of dictated, you know, so we had a pretty much okay life because we had nothing really to compare it with. But everybody was hoping to come to the United States, and I was hoping to leave Romania and come to New York and become a movie star and have the option to just, you know, do whatever I wanted as an actor. And then I came here and I realized that it was much more difficult than what I expected this life to be.
You're communicating with your homeland, sort of,
Yeah.
through your experiences, as seeing another way, and then making comparisons, and through this play, it
Are you
seems like
putting that on? Because that's good what you're saying. You have to go away from home in order to understand where you come from. Like, you have to leave home and be away for a long time in order to understand where you come from and who you are. So it's almost like discovering Romania again. It's like discovery of myself for the first time, you know? And it's so great because through these, whenever all this, all the work was happening on stage, like, it all starts with my roots and where I come from. So it's like, it's such a merging of the two lives. Oh my dear God, where are you coming from? So this woman finally gets to meet the love of her life. So even though she thinks she's at the bottom and she's gonna have no future and she can't live by herself and she's gonna be mourning her husband for the rest of her life because she doesn't know how to love and she doesn't know how to be loved and she can't accept that, this man shows up and he knocks on the door and he says, Madam Popova, I am Smirnov. And your husband owes me money and I want it right now. I am so shocked by your behavior, Mr. Smirnov. I've never experienced this kind of attitude my whole life. But then they realized that they're so much the same and they fall in love. So everything happens within like an hour and a half. There's so many beautiful emotions. We really believe in realizing this dream that we have right now for this project and turning it into a production. And maybe my big dream would be to take it back to Romania. I have the perfect setting, which is in the village where I come from in Transylvania. It's exactly what the movie needs. I just want to use myself to the fullest capacity that I have as a human being. I can give you the entire amount on Wednesday if you will just come back. And only by bettering yourself, by wanting to be better as a human being, you can then be better to other people and help and make a difference. And I feel like it's time to make a difference.